Hey guys, it's December 21st, 2020. We're almost there. And I'm super excited for this week because if all goes well, I'm going to finish 6 books in 1 week and complete my 2020 reading challenge. I'm actually in the middle of reading all of these books, and the fact that I can read 6 books concurrently and not finish them really upsets some of my friends. But I'm just not a very committed person when it comes to books, and like baking or relationships, both of which I consistently try and fail at. Anyways, I thought I'd do a reading vlog of me just finishing these 6 books, which will be very satisfying for those of you completionists out there. Just quickly going through what we're tackling here. Insert illustrative graphics. Here we have the Odyssey, which I'm at page 442 out of 485. Measure What Matters, page 76 out of 287. Theogony and Worse Days, which is the only book I haven't started. While We Sleep, 237 out of 339. The Power of Now, 47 out of 229. And Evolution and the Modular Mind, 98 out of 218. So in total, we have to read 337 pages in, if I want to post this on Friday, 4 days, which sounds very concerning because I'm a super slow reader, but I still love setting unrealistic goals. So let's get started. I'm gonna tackle the Odyssey first because it's really a low-hanging fruit. I have just 40 pages left and then I can check it off. We all know the story of the Odyssey is Odysseus' 10-year-long journey from Troy back to his hometown Ithaca. When he finally reaches the shores of his hometown, all alone, having lost all of his army, his house is infested by a flock of suitors who feast at his house day after day and plot to murder his son Telemachus. Odysseus makes his way back to his own palace disguised as a beggar, kills all of the suitors, and reunites with his family and his loved ones. I'm right at a point where he was slaughtering the suitors like pigs, and I don't know how I was able to pull out of the book right in the middle of the climax. That's literally what he said. Just finished the Odyssey. It feels so good and cleansing because I have been reading it for the past month. I picked this up because of Circe, and what can I say? Have to give it a Homer. Such tight plot lines, beautiful ring composition, and glaring patriarchy, which I have to rub out of my eyes. This is where the great art of storytelling started. I think I'm gonna go read some Measure What Matters off camera and call it a day today because it's winter solstice today and the amount of daylight I'm getting is really pitiful. But the good news is it only gets better from here. What a wholesome thought. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, it's Tuesday afternoon. I finished a big chunk of Measure What Matters last night and then read some evolutionary psychology, and I'm gonna spend the next hour or two to finish up this book, which I'm really excited to because Measure What Matters is about a goal management system called OKR. Personally, I've always struggled with managing my time, to be honest, even though I put time management as a skill on LinkedIn. In college, I used to pack my schedule full with credit hours and work and extracurriculars just to enjoy the sense of being busy. I thought that meant using my time well until I started working and had this existential crisis of, okay, like what am I putting in all these hours for? OKR is just a very simple system that helps me personally focus my effort only on things that matters to my goals. Recently, I've been really into making popcorn at home. This is deceivingly easy. You just put some poppable corn. We don't make that type of video. You just put some poppable corn in an origami bag. Excuse the fact that I've used it for like 10 times because it took a long time to make. Pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes and then that's it. It just pops like store-bought popcorn. For the longest time, I thought you'd need special microwave bag to make popcorn. But guess what? We're all duped by capitalism again. Hello, it's Wednesday. Might I say that I am slightly behind on my reading. Yesterday, I may or may not have decided to move to a new city in 2 weeks. I wasn't able to focus all day and spent all night making candied ginger because cutting and peeling a pound and a half of ginger was A+ for avoiding having to confront my emotions. Anyways, I'm gonna go clean a little bit, and today might just be the perfect occasion to finish The Power of Now.
A lot can happen in a day. Put a man on the moon.
Whenever I have trouble focusing on a task, which is pretty much all the time, I find setting a timer to be really helpful. It works like a mental reminder. Hey, for the next hour, we're reading The Power of Now. So I've listened to the Power of Now audiobook some years ago and could not quite get the idea at the time. And you guys know I've always had this issue with Eckhart Tolle claiming to be enlightened, and the entire tone of voice throughout this book being, I'm gonna try to explain this. It probably won't make much sense to you, but that's just because you don't get it. This time around though, I did find many ideas in the book very helpful. For example, he said when you're feeling anxious is because you are living in the future and worrying about something that is going to happen, but everything in the present moment is perfectly fine. When I first started reading this book, I was so pissed off at his tone of voice that excuse me? See, this type of statements piss me off so much. I almost decided to not finish this book, but I'm really glad that I did. And now we are 3 books down and 3 to go. It's always wiggling. Hi, it's Thursday morning. I'm stuffing this book in my face because I have to finish it. I'm so close. This is starting to get a little stressful because this is the last day I have to read and I still have so much to finish. But as I have just read in The Power of Now, the anxiety I'm feeling is because I'm living in the future. Everything is perfectly fine at the present moment. Oh, also, it's Christmas Eve. These are my holiday socks. I think it's the only thing festive I'm doing this year. Hi, I'm back. So today we're tackling this book lit called Theogony and Works and Days by Hesiod. It's imperative that I finish this book today because when I paid $10 for this thing, I did not check the number of pages in product details. I'm not paying $10 for this, okay? And today is the last day of the return period. Yeah. I'm reading it for an online class I'm taking on Coursera called Greek and Roman Mythology. Taking college classes online is what I've been doing this year to keep myself busy during quarantine. And at the end of this year, you know, I've come to think of it as just another year of college, except that I didn't have to pay tuition. Also, I'm super nervous on camera, so this footage you're seeing is just actually me freaking out on the inside and not actually being able to read anything. Before I started doing YouTube myself, I used to think whatever I see on camera is literally what happens in real life, and I would fall down into a deep hole of self-loathe because other people seem just so well put together. But now I know it's just social media, and a big part of it is really more creative work than real life. So don't let anything you see on social media make you feel bad about yourself. It's really not worth it. But with that said, I did finish this book off camera, don't worry. So far we are 4 down and 2 to go. I think I'll finish Why We Sleep off camera today and then come back tomorrow to finish Evolutionary Psychology and a Modular Mind. I was gonna finish all the reading today and just use tomorrow to edit, but I have been editing throughout this week, so I think I can afford to read for a couple hours tomorrow. I've talked about Why We Sleep in another video, so I won't talk about it more here. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, it's Friday. Merry Christmas. I acquired this red scrunchie and a candle for the holiday spirit, and my candied ginger is ready. So let's go harvest them. Okay, that was acting. I have eaten a lot of pieces while waiting for them to dry. But they are really good and so easy to make. You literally just boil ginger in sugar water and like let it dry. I also tried to make honeycomb candy with the ginger syrup this morning, and this is how it turned out. I don't know what happened there. Please tell me what to do with this because it still tastes really good and I don't want to throw it away. Anyways, back to reading. Today we're finishing Why Everyone Else is a Hypocrite. It's about the modular theory of the mind. It kind of feels like a textbook, to be honest, and the idea of the modular mind is that your mind is made up of different components that act out of the best interest for the function they perform, like mating and food, and the self you believe you have is actually just a press secretary that makes you believe in stories to tell in social situations in order to pass down your genes. So not gonna lie, it's a really depressing book to read, and what makes it worse is I only have a digital copy of the book. 80% of my motivation to read comes from being able to physically flip the pages and going from the front cover to the back cover, and it's been such a struggle to get through this book. I can't wait to get it over with. This is the last page. And Done! 2020 reading challenge complete. This year I've read 30 books. It's not that many books objectively, but I'm really proud of myself because last year I think I read 5 books and then the many years before that 0. I grew up speaking Mandarin and I've always had this fear of reading in English because I'm a slow reader and every time there's a word I don't know, it gets really frustrating. And one of my goals this year is to become a better reader in English because I have loved reading and books since I was a child. I appreciate good writing and every time I open a book it's like a whole new world open in front of my eyes. So I'm really glad now that I can read in English a lot faster and more effectively, and I think more importantly than numbers or whatnot, I have genuinely started to enjoy reading in English, and that I consider a gift from COVID. That's all I have for you guys today and this year. I hope you have a very, very happy holiday, and I'll see you in 2021. Bye!